Welcome to the Rehumanization Station. I'm your collaborator, Christopher Jones, aka Dr. X, and this podcast is an extension to my Flipping and Vibing brand where vibers seek to transform narratives in society, education, sport, and a variety of other sectors. Today is just more about reflections, kind of giving y'all an update of what I've been up to because I know I haven't posted any episode in the past month or so. But there is some Flipping and Vibing Chronicles, if you want to look at, that I've posted for Black History Month, and then recently my Rehumanizing Book Chronicles, which stems around books that I enjoy reading and that increase my knowledge around the scholarship that I do, and also books that I feel, that's we've seen now are being eradicated from educational institutions, specifically prior to higher education. You see Trump banning books that are underpinned by Black radicalism, equity, diversity, inclusivity, and love, specifically Black scholars. I'm reading a lot about rehumanization, dehumanization. I'm currently writing a paper around the podcast, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully within the next year or so it could be published. What people don't realize is if you're not in the academic game, publishing can take a very long time if you're not already well established. And that's something I wish I learned when I finished my PhD. I learned that is just literally the first chapter, right? To many more chapters that you need to progress through in order to achieve a certain standard or goal, whatever goal you would like to reach. I will one day potentially reach a professor status. I mean, we'll see. I'm not a scholar right now, but maybe that could happen alongside the role that I'm doing. So yeah, I've been busy with my vice principal role. A lot of my role is around student enrichment, being, I guess, a managerial role within the college and a collaborator trying to work across different departments and trying to foster a culture with Susan Frank, our principal, around just equity, diversity, inclusion, and love specifically, and allowing students to have some agency, be themselves, and have a great university experience at Durham. And yeah, the job itself is cool. It's, like I said, there's a bit of agency in it. It's challenging in a way when you got to work with so many different departments and so many different types of people, and working in a collaborative way, right? Or just being informed about what's going on. And that's one thing people don't tell you. Like, when you start working, one of the hardest things to do is when you start working with people, right? And that's that's something people don't tell you. So if you're a part of a team, shout out to Aiden's team. But if you're a part of a team, try to make sure that everyone or majority of people have a sense of belonging and sense of purpose and are valued on that team. But yeah, I've just been busy with that. Like I said, the term is coming to an end next week, which is cool. Finally able to focus on other things alongside that role a bit more, like the research that I'm doing in academia. Yeah, I think that's how I'm feeling. I am cautious because I understand that some recent challenges have been going on with my family, and in terms of I lost my aunt. We lost our aunt, and my cousins lost their grandmother, mother, my mom's eldest sibling. And please, if you're listening, please pray for our family. Pray for my Auntie Jackie's family specifically. Hopefully they'll be able to get through this in a way where they can focus on the positives and the blessings around my aunt's life, and move forward in a way where they can start appreciating, like we can all start appreciating life, right? Because one thing I've been telling people now, I've been really realizing how time is so important. And I think that's one of the most important things you can give somebody is your time and being present with them while they're giving you that time, right? And I'm just encouraging everyone to appreciate the time we have left and try our best to, be strategic with how we use it and who we use it with. For example, how we use it, self-care is important, especially with the work that I do. Being able to slow down and understand what's more important, understand what you're doing, right? So even for me in my work, every Friday now I'm doing love thyself tasks. So I'm writing down everything that I've done throughout the week and what I've learned, reflective notes, and just see my workload, because I never realized how much my workload was until I started doing that. And I think what's on paper is how I feel. I'm doing quite a bit, right? I'm really occupied, but I do feel like I've found a place where I can manage things without overexhausting myself. Hopefully, we don't. You never know. You never really know these things until later down the line if you're doing too much sometimes. But my health seems to be all right. So I encourage people to self-care, self-healing is important. I could do way better at it, I know for sure, but I'm doing the best I can. And I know hopefully that you're doing the best you can as well. Just take a moment to write down things that you're doing, the things you're thankful for, the people you're thankful for, and what your role is. If you currently have a job, if you're currently working with other people, what does that look like? What does your day-to-day look like, right? And how much are you giving to society with your time and giving yourself with time? Over that rant. But I mean, what else going on, man? I think, I'm reading a lot. I got these books, like I mentioned, I got these flipping and vibing chronicles, that have come out. I'm currently reading this book on Elaine Brown, who was the first woman chair of the Black Panther Party. Is an amazing book so far. It's quite long, but her story is, she's definitely had to experience quite a bit compared to the average human, I'd say. And I encourage people to read that book. It's called A Taste of Power. I think it was came out in 1992, I think. But her story is, I'm only like a quarter of the way through right now, but it's really good. And before that, I read There Is No Black Union Jack. So Paul Gilroy, and a lot of his work was about race, politics, class, and basically how, intersectionality, how race and class intersect, overlap, and how media, politicians continue, and just even scholars continue to try to, even like today, try to erase racism, despite it being embedded, try to silence scholars, either activist scholars or Black radicals, who are challenging these racist and classist systems and these political people who create division, create binaries that continue to foster dehumanization, continue to disrupt harmonious ways of living in society. And it was a great book to read. I learned a lot more about music and American culture, but then also a lot of history around the UK that I didn't know about in terms of the Black community, which was really good. Like I said, I'm writing this paper. Like I said earlier, I'm writing this paper on the rehumanization station. Hopefully that gets done, and I'd say, I don't know how long. Hopefully within the next year or so. But we'll see. I think Christmas is coming up for some folks, but we celebrate Kwanzaa. So if you do celebrate Kwanzaa, if you want any tips, I am going to try to put together a plan for people to give people ideas on how to celebrate Kwanzaa. As y'all know, if y'all follow me, I have some content every day on the 7 days and the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, and I'll try to create something maybe a week or so before to give people a guide to celebrate Kwanzaa themselves. We still tell our children this big white fat man is coming to give them all the gifts that we worked hard for. White insecurity. But still, Kwanzaa, is underpinned by I would say an Afrocentric celebration, but everyone can practice it. Everyone can utilize it and use it in their home, and that's what makes Black scholarship, Black radicalism so, I would say, transformative and so loving, because everyone can use it, and everyone can use it and become better people. So I would encourage that. I would encourage, to just try it out, see how you feel about it. It makes you appreciate life a bit way more, and it disrupts this consumerism mentality that we have during Christmas times, getting paychecks earlier just to go, to the Christmas markets or the sales, the festive sales. Be mindful of who you want your kids to look up to. Like I said, Santa Claus, come on. 2025, let's think about this. I know I got white listeners as well, so y'all got it. But, to some of my people who have to be resilient from different forms of racism, or isms specifically, I encourage to practice, various things, especially with the Black community. Just try a bit of Kwanzaa and see how you feel after that week. I guarantee you'll continue do it, but hopefully continue to at least foster something around that type of ethos in terms of culture and love. My phone is ringing off the hook. I don't know who that is. It must be a 2K chat or something. Anyways, what else going on? Yeah, I mean, that's about it, though. I just wanted to kind of give y'all a bit of an update, and maybe I should take a break from the podcast. I don't know. We'll see. I do have some people that I do want to talk to for other episodes and spotlight them so y'all can understand their stories. I met some really amazing people in the past few months, and I really would like to, like I said, share to get them on so they can share their stories and kind of just maybe you'll be able to relate to them. But yeah, that's everything from me. As y'all know, I'm not a huge talker. Maybe I'm more one-to-ones, but I like to listen. I'm more of a listener and observer, but I appreciate y'all tuning in just for this little bit. And I hope y'all have a great day, morning, evening, whatever time it is right now. But continue to love thyself. Continue to be someone who is collaborating, someone who is creating, fostering harmony in whatever they do. But challenge and speak truth to insecure power. As always, speak truth to insecure power. But yeah, that's everything for me. One love.